I always find it interesting to see what people are actually buying versus what's most popular on YouTube videos. There was at least 1 or 2 surprising iPads that made the list for Apple in my last video, but today I thought I would give the list of what's been selling the most here recently from Samsung. Not a huge surprise, but one of the most popular and best-selling is also one of the cheapest tablets from Samsung, probably because there's not too many small tablets out there, considering the Galaxy Tab A9 is just a little over $100. It's pretty lightweight at 332 grams. It's got an 8.7-inch display. I think it's decent overall. It's not quite 1080p resolution. It does have a more premium feel to it, considering this is an entry-level tablet. You can use a micro SD card to expand the storage up to 1 terabyte. It's got the MediaTek Helio G99 processor, which was apparently good enough that they didn't even change that, and the newer Tab A11. So you could do some light gaming on here without too much issue. Just keep in mind it's going to be at lower frame rates and graphic settings. It's got dual speakers with Dolby Atmos. I feel like it's probably a little louder than you would expect considering the size. I think if you're wanting a smaller Samsung tablet and the new Tab A11 isn't available in your region, then I think it makes sense why the Tab A9 is still pretty popular. Now, the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite is still one of the cheapest tablets that you can get that have the S Pen included. Kind of surprising, but I guess this proves the Tab S6 Lite is not quite dead yet, considering it's still one of the best-selling tablets here recently. I have to admit, it is pretty nice if you want to draw, take notes, or do anything that requires a pen or stylus. It's got an Exynos 1280 processor, only 4 gigabytes of RAM though, so probably just enough to do most of your basic things. It also has Samsung DeX, which is nice if you want to be a little more productive. And it's got pretty good battery life, lasting about 7.5 hours in my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness. Now, the Galaxy Tab S10 FE is actually a pretty solid tablet overall. Not a huge surprise that it made this list. It's actually probably one of the best options on this list in my opinion. It's got near flagship specs at a mid-range price at just over $300. It also has 7 years of software updates, which there's not really that many tablets out there that have that long of software support. It's also IP68, dust and water resistant, which you're not going to find on other tablets in this list. It also has some Galaxy AI features as well, like circle to search, handwriting assist, and so on. It also has the Exynos 1580 processor, which is a nice upgrade over the previous version. It's got a 10.9-inch LCD display at up to 90 Hz refresh rate. It even has Vision Booster, where it can go up to 800 nits of screen brightness, making it much better to use outdoors. And of course it comes with the S Pen, which you don't have to worry about charging it, which just like the S6 Lite is going to be one of the better ways to draw, take notes, and that kind of stuff. So again, not a surprise that this one is still one of the best selling Samsung tablets. Now, I was 99.99% sure that this tablet would be on the list, considering it should replace the Tab S6 Lite as the next most popular Samsung tablet that includes the S Pen, especially considering it was marked down to only $299 or less here recently, and it starts with 128 gigabytes of storage. It's got Galaxy AI features, pretty similar to the S10 FE. It also has 7 years of software updates, which is going to be pretty tough to beat, and the same 10.9-inch size display as the S10 FE. I feel like the FE might be slightly better as far as screen quality, but still pretty good on this one in my opinion. To me, this is probably going to be one of the best options if you're a student, or if you just want a more affordable option that's going to feel somewhat like their high-end tablets. And this one has pretty good battery life as well, at about 7.5 hours in my typical battery drain test. You can also use a micro SD card to expand the storage as well. Not really a surprise to anyone out there, but if you've followed Samsung over the last couple years, the Galaxy Tab A9 Plus is still the most popular and best-selling tablet from Samsung, especially here recently. I feel like it's mainly because it's one of the cheapest Samsung tablets at only about $149 or less, depending on where you're looking. It doesn't have the best screen quality out there, but still not bad as far as just watching YouTube videos or streaming Netflix, that kind of stuff. It's got up to 90 Hz refresh refresh rate, also has a quad speaker setup with Dolby Atmos, and it's probably one of the louder tablets out there. Probably not the best quality of speakers, but it's actually way louder than you would think considering the price. It also has the Snapdragon 695 processor, and you can even go up to an 8GB of RAM version, which I would definitely do if you're going with this tablet. Surprisingly, it even has Samsung DeX on here as well. And of course, you can do split screen and floating windows. Just keep in mind, this isn't going to be the most powerful tablet out there, but if you just need to do most of the basic things, I think most people are going to be okay with this tablet considering the price. You can also use a micro SD card, up to 1TB on this one. I think overall it just gives you a pretty good sized screen with good audio quality and decent performance for the price. So not bad really, as long as you know what to expect. I know for me, probably the S10 Lite and Galaxy Tab S10 FE are probably two of the better options on this list because of the better performance, they have the S Pen included, and just feel a little more premium than you would expect. But yeah, not really a huge surprise what made it on this list in my opinion, but let me know down below if there's another tablet from Samsung that's not on this list. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.